We still have Floriana Betti Bindi in the house. She's a tourist. She's a tourist and she's here in Nigeria for the first time, right?
First time, very first time.
Great. Yes. Your first impression when you came into Nigeria, what was the first thing that struck you about Nigeria?
The colors. The colors. As a visual artist, it was a pleasure, you know, because very often people are scared of colors. Surely in Nigeria, that's not the case. Everybody likes very strong pink, strong oranges, and red. It's something that I really always loved as a fashion designer. So for me, it's enchanting just walking in the street and see the combination of colors, the top, the shoes, the earrings of women. Fantastic.
Okay, so
very
even when you touched the soil of Nigeria, the first thing that came to you, your fashionistic instinct came into bear.
Of course, of course.
Came into bear. Like, so okay, let me size them up and see. So, are you impressed with our fashion sense here?
Love it.
You love it?
Yes.
What exactly do you like about the Nigerian fashion?
Well, like I said, the fabrics. I discover, of course, not the first minute, but through my friends that live here longer, I found out about Ashoke, about Ankara, and I adore them. They're so interesting, colorful, and really, really. Someone told me Nigerian are the Italian of Africa. I think it's pretty much true. You know, you guys are really, really good in matching colors and different volume, and it's very, very good. Yeah.
Okay. My head is swelling. I'm swelling on behalf of Nigeria and Nigerians.
No, it's not really. I'm not lying. I'm really, really sincere in this.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. We are humbled. On behalf of Nigeria,
well,
thank you
for the inspiration, because as a designer you always need new inspiration, you know. You can't just
so what has inspired you? What kind of inspiration have you gotten so far? I mean, in the short time you've been here.
Definitely this combination of colors. In the last almost 20 years now, I've been living in New York, and New York, I adore New York. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. But the prevalent color in New York, for obvious reason, very practical reason, also because someone leaves the house in the morning and doesn't come back until night, everybody's wearing black. And so to arrive in a country where everybody, I mean, you're not shy of, like I say, orange, yellow, red, these are my favorite colors. And in the past, as you know, I've been working with Missoni, that it's an Italian company that really loves colors, and that was my favorite style.
Okay, all right. So before we go further, let's go backward. Let's just roll the tape back. Let's know Floriana. Yeah. So for Floriana, how did it all start for you as a fashion designer? How did you catch the bug? The fashion bug.
You know, it's very interesting because someone tells me, you know, I always knew I was a designer. That wasn't the case for me. You know, I was. I had so many interests. I was involved in social and more sort of philosophical kind of environment. So I wasn't really aware of this ability I had in colors and things. But then, for life took me there, and suddenly I was matching pattern, I was matching fabrics, and I start to give suggestion to people. I really like it, everybody loved it, and so I figure I go to the academy, and I joined the academy in Rome. This was thousands of years ago, and over there I definitely got the fashion bag.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, so it wasn't like somebody had in their family and they passed it on to you?
Not at all. My family is really
friends.
in a completely different. Yes, they were actually very surprised because they would have never imagined. I was a very sort of jeans and t-shirt kind of girl. Not really, the kind of dresses. So, you know, but all suddenly, you know, I became this, was a sort of butterfly, you know, that came out with colors and things, and everybody was quite shocked that I was the first one to be.
What were they expecting from you? Were they expecting you to be a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer?
More a financial consultant.
Major shift from
Major.
economics to
I
fashion.
fell in love. Sometimes love makes a difference. I fell in love with a painter and a sculptor in my
Okay.
20s, and that I think was the moment where I really,
Oh wow!
yeah, I really
Fell
changed.
in love with a painter, a sculptor.
Mhm.
Is that the person you got married to?
No,
Okay,
this
okay.
was a million of years ago.
So we can safely say he inspired you.
It totally inspired me, yes. He was a great artist, and he introduced me to so many different things. I was completely unaware. But mostly, I mean, he taught me to find my own voice and my own taste, and I'll be always grateful for that.
Okay. So after you finished with the academy, what next? What was next for you?
I was very fortunate. I started to work with big name. I'm originally from northern Italy,
Okay.
where all the fashion industry is concentrated in Italy.
Okay.
And so I started to work with very big name from the very beginning, and it was intimidating because I just left school.
Okay.
Also opened so many possibilities for me, and I worked for Emanuele Ungaro at the beginning from Paris, and then Missoni, this company based next to Milan, for many years. And then, well, I guess part of being a fashion aficionado, you really want to change, constantly change. So after 8 years in Milan working for Missoni, I really was looking for a new venue. Challenge, that's the word. And so I traveled for 1 year between Paris, Los Angeles, a different city. I would have loved to live in Los Angeles because I want the sun, I want the ocean. And fortunately, not too many people there are interested in fashion. So I went back to New York, and I worked right away for Calvin Klein. So it was a difficult offer to turn down because it's such a gorgeous company. And I was very fortunate. I worked there for many years.
Okay.
And then I received this offer from Prada back in Milan.
Okay.
And they were opening a program between Milan and New York, where I was the liaison between Milan and New York and Los Angeles, because we were working with celebrities, with actors that were attending the Academy Awards ceremony, the Golden Globe, the Festival of Cannes.
Wow.
And so we start to do this costume-made line with these people. And that was very, very interesting. That was another
I can only
challenge.
imagine. I can only imagine. I mean, look at the big names you're calling. Prada. Prada is it's a very big name.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein, it's another very big one, right?
Right.
So
I
how
was blessed.
how long did you work with Calvin Klein?
Calvin Klein 2 years
2
in
years.
New York.
And then Prada?
6 years.
6 years. So what was the difference?
Well, let's start saying both of them, they're wonderful. I mean, I find them, I mean, like I say, I was blessed. I was always working with people that were really, really, from a human point of view, besides the design that I adore, both of them. They were very, very nice people. So it was a pleasure, you know. We were really, we had a goal, you know, we want to do something together, and it was very, very good. Calvin Klein was such a gentleman, you know. After every collection, he would send you 2 dozen of white roses, long
wow.
stem, you know, this thing like from the past, you know. It was amazing. I was so impressed. And Miuccia, she's so passionate about her style, about her choices in fashion. It's a pleasure. I mean, both of them, it was really a pleasure.
I'm trying to understand the dynamics of, okay, like a fashion designer, for instance. If you are a fashion designer, you should have a theme of some sort to work with. Okay, I want to be African, I want to be cosmopolitan, I want to be American, I want to be you know, Asian? What kind of theme were they working with?
They have, each company has their own approach. What I am actually a technical designer.
Okay.
And I'm the person that is in between the designer or the team of designers and the team that is going to cut and fabric and realize this clothing. So you do need a technical design that translates this idea, this concept. So there's a lot of concept, a lot of idea going on around each season. You say, let's say this year is flowers.
Okay.
Everybody's thinking about flowers,
Okay.
right? And concept. But then this concept is translated for different designer in different way.
Okay.
You know, it could be Mucha is very intellectual, so her flowers could be a sort of geometrical shapes versus the classical. It's an interpretation, it's a concept
Okay.
of flowery, but in a different way, with interpretation of different style, painters, different centuries,
Okay.
you know, where carving can be more literal, you know, on the
Okay.
flower. So there's this team, and then there's me, that as you listen to them, I'm a sort of translator.
Okay.
So he helps
An
the
intermediary.
exactly. He helps them speak 4 languages because I'm listening to them and I'm translating in something tridimensional. And 360-degree angle, you know, you don't see just flat, a front and a back. I see it in the complexity.
Wow.
And I start to create it.
Okay.
And then I cut it in fabric and I have people sewing it and preparing it. And then I show it back to the designer
Okay.
to see if that's what they have
They
in
want.
mind.
So you spoke about the celebrities that you worked with. Can you indulge us with some of the names you've worked with? Celebrities.
I don't know if it's fair, but yeah, well, all the people that you probably in the course of the year you have seen wearing Prada at the Oscar. I mean, Julia Moore, Sigourney Weaver, Sarah Jessica Parker, Natalie Portman, just to mention some of them.
Wow.
You know.
You don't do male? None for male?
A few, but my special skill was with women because I was doing costume-made evening gown, so it was more that.
Okay.
We had our fantastic Italian tailors doing the tuxedo. You know, at this event, men are not very adventurous. You know, I wish they were. You know, maybe we should import some of your beautiful suit from Nigeria. You know, finally see something a bit more colorful and happy and vibrant. You know, it's not the usual tuxedo, black tuxedo. You know, when they go really crazy, they go white.
Okay,
you know?
that's why you're here. I mean, you're here now. You export fashion trend, fashion sense. You export it over there, and then probably.
Well, I'm wearing, as you can see it there, Ankara.
Oh, okay,
Ankara. Love it.
Okay, that's nice. So, Floriana, after you finish from Prada, Klein, you're on your own now, right? Are you on your own now?
Well, what's happened is that it's a very demanding lifestyle.
Okay.
I was traveling a lot. I was spending a lot of time far away from home because I was working between continents, and I met my husband.
Oh, nice.
And so I was a bit tired of this gypsy lifestyle, so I decided to take a break from fashion designing, and a few years later I took a break. I had a little sabbatical, but then, you know, fashion was still with me.
Yes.
And they offered me this position as a teacher in 2 of the major universities in New York of design. And I'm actually working full-time as a teacher now for Parsons in New York and Pratt School of Design.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a teacher, I'm here now. This is Tekla. She doesn't know anything about designs, about fashion, or nothing. What are the things I should learn as a student who wants to become a great fashion designer like you?
Very often, especially in this time with technology, Google and things, the students come in with this preconcept idea, you know, oh, I want to be like Gucci, I want to be like Marc Jacobs, I want to be. The first suggestion I give to everybody is find your own voice. Doesn't matter how good the designers are out there, and there are
so many.
You might be the next big thing. So the first thing that you should really focus on is find your own voice. Nothing like your own voice.
What is Floriana's voice in a fashion thing?
My own voice is definitely color, and nature. I adore nature, so for me it's a big inspiration. And in terms of concept, I think that there's no one way to be elegant. There are many ways. You should always find the proper way. You know, the real elegance is in the details. You know, so the dress can be fantastic, but if it's not worn at the right time of the day or on the right occasion,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Back here, we feel that we have this impression of Italians as designers. Does it run in the DNA of an Italian? Because like the major designers in the world are from Italy, right?
Probably. I mean, hey, I'm not a scientist, so it's a bit difficult to go in that direction. But we are definitely inspired from an amazing country. I know you'll go there.
Yeah.
It's impossible to be untouched from the beauty of Italy. Not because it's my country. I mean, I live in New York since 20 years, so that's not the point. The point is, Italy is beautiful. Period. It's there. It's in the building. It's in everything, in the furniture, in the fabric. Everybody has that sense of creativity. We are never happy with the first choice. You know, we like to see, okay, the red is good, but what about the orange? And what about the pink? Oh, let me add a bit of this. Let me add a bit of that. It's really what we do since we are little kids, you know, without even knowing.
So now, if you want to compare the fashion trend in Italy and the one here back in Nigeria, what are the differences and similarities?
Italian, and I adore Italian, don't get me wrong, they can become sometimes a bit conservative.
Okay.
Now, I don't know enough, to be honest. I've been here a few weeks, so I don't want to. But it seems that here, I notice more women, obviously my specialty is women. So I noticed that here women take a bit more risk. I mean, they...
Fashion risk, huh?
Yeah. More than I mean, Italians tend to confirm a bit. Where here I find that everybody try their own colors, they try their own way to wrap the wrap around their head.
Do you think it's a good thing?
I love it. Of course, as a creative person, that's the best you can ask for. I attended a function, and there was this group of women that were wearing a sort, my understanding, I hope I got it right, but it was a sort of members of a group. Okay. And so they were wearing a white dress with a special wrap around their waist and around their... And I could notice there were like 20 of them.
Wearing the same thing.
And they were wearing the same thing, but none of them were wearing it the same way.
Okay.
You could see the variation in the wrap and the thing. The way they did it. I didn't want to offend anyone, so I didn't take picture, but I was admiring, I was taken in with my eyes, because I was like, look at that, it's the exact same wrap, but it's so different. The way they were leaving this part open, or more closed, or making pleats. Oh, so beautiful. Okay.
Beautiful. Did you find out what that kind of when they have colors like that put together in a uniform? Did you ever find out? Did you care to find out why they do that?
They were celebrating an anniversary.
Okay.
So they were wearing their colors.
Okay.
That
An
was the
identity.
explication, exactly.
Okay.
That was what the explanation they gave me.
They call it
and,
Ashwebi. Ashwebi.
Ashwebi.
Yes.
Okay. Right. And what
Yes.
does it mean?
I'm not an authority, but from what I know, Ashwebi is like a uniform. People, you know, when you want to, like a solidarity for the celebrant. It's something that Nigerians have come to identify with. You go to a party, there's a section of people who want to, you know, be identified as this. So they wear a particular color. They choose a color theme.
Right.
You understand? And then the colors are just, they play out the colors and the styles, like you said, you rightly observed. So it's called Ashwebi here. So when you go back to Italy, at least one thing you tell them that
Totally.
found out, you know, Nigerians can wear one color in so many ways and shapes.
I was really impressed.
Okay, so do you think we're towing the line, the right path in fashion, in the fashion world? I mean, you are somebody who have seen it all. Do you think Nigerians, do you think we stand a chance of being like one of the top ranking fashion
I know for a fact,
country?
you know, it's not my personal opinion, I know for a fact the university are really excited about new horizon, and they were talking about Africa as the next big thing on the fashion map.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your own opinion, we're doing it right?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so on a final note, you are here, and I'm sure you have you tried our food?
Some, not so much each other. That's another thing. We are very conforming. You know, we are really scared to try new things for such a short time. But I like to take in the aroma, you know.
Notice the aroma.
Right, because I'm a vegetarian, so my choice is quite limited when it comes to meat
Food.
and things. And my Nigerian friends, when I say I don't eat meat, they're like, how do you do that? You know, and so I say, okay, I have a limited choice.
Okay. Should we be expecting you back anytime soon?
I hope so. I truly enjoy my staying here, and I would love to come back with my husband and show him the country.
Please, when you come back, we'll bring you back here so that your husband too will have something nice to say or whatever. Not necessarily something nice to say. Your husband will come and then form his own impression about Nigeria. Then you take it back to Italy.
I'm sending a lot of pictures. So everybody,
that you're okay.
Everybody's really inspired. Vibrant colors, vibrant music.
Vibrant people as well.
Vibrant people. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure having you on Saturday night. So let's do you the honors of welcoming you.
Thank you very much. And bye, Nigeria. I'll be back soon.
Yes, she's taking you. We're taking you up on that. I mean, you're saying it on national television.
All right.
She'll be back soon.
All right.
And so, viewers, on that note, we want to say thank you so much for staying tuned to this week's edition of Saturday Night. Until next week, like I'd always say, be kind to one another and stay well. Good night.